Okay, hopefully you can hear stuff. This is the glue right here. Okay, and now here is this is funny. So it's messing with the. I don't think you can change this custom shape thing. It won't work with the threshold. So you're gonna have this goofball curve. So if you go way above the level, it's gonna do some goofy things. But so that's the glue. That's what I'm trying to match. This, I mean, this typical, like, perfect SSL bus compressor kind of sound. So here comes the Melda one. I mean, it's a little different, but I mean, it might just be this curve, and you can see this in a Plugin Doctor. Like, this curve really takes off, and if you flatten it out, it'll sound more like that. But check this out. I mean, geez. Yeah, I don't know if somebody's going to ABX that. I bet maybe they could, but or maybe my ears just aren't subtle enough. And so here, let's try some other ones. Or actually, here, see how it nulls. So you can hear what the difference is. I still think you could probably tune that out with some attack adjustments or something, but I don't want to mess it up. Yeah, see how I have the attack a little bit slower than the glue is set at 30 milliseconds. In fact, let me pull this down and see if that gets closer. Oh, except for a little spike there, huh? Check out what the knee does. Yeah, that's, you know, is that the attack time? Or yeah, you know, and so I wonder if there's like a Russian dragon kind of thing that we could use to really tell that. But I mean, honestly, that spike when they're by themselves, like, watch. I mean, it might just even be a timing thing. I barely hear it. The main thing here's the thing, and for I do have the least subtle ears in the world when it comes to compressors. Like, I just don't hear when people are talking about there's this thing that you should go to jail for because you don't, one compressor's adding and the other one's not. I don't really hear it, but what I do hear back in the day when working with these SSL compressors is this funny thing that they do to kick. And so really listen to what it's doing on the kick here. Here's without. And then compare it to what the glue is doing. Oh, you think so? I mean, I barely hear. maybe the Melda comp is letting a little bit more splat through. Watch this if I turn down the knee size. See what that kind of sounds more like an exaggerated SSL, like from back in the day when you really pushed them. I'm telling you, there's got to be some like just magically little finagling parameter. There's so many to mess around with, but I mean, honestly, if I were to render out a bunch of files, I wonder how much people could ABX these things. Yeah, you know, who knows what that is? Is that the knee? Is that the release? Is that the RMS size? So here's Melda now. Melda's maybe stomping it a little bit more, but watch this. So this is crazy. So here's where's demo. So I'm not sure where this is. So this could be a you know, who knows. It's probably a threshold setting here. Oh yeah, that'll do it. Man, that's crazy that nulled that far then. Yeah, here we go. How's that? $40 decibels down. But this thing will actually do a lot of different stuff. So, here. Okay, now watch this one. I'm sure there's a setting in here someplace, but I might actually just be doing more compression. Something's weird about the level that the glue starts on, but here's here's Bombardier in the glue. It's not nulling as much, but who knows? There could be some tiny little parameter that I'm not getting right. Seems like a really small knee value, it nulls better, but right there. Mod 3. What is mod 3? Yeah, mode 3 is where I got the best null earlier this morning when I was trying this out. Not by much, but See, I don't know, because on Plugin Doctor it's so hard to read exactly. I'm not sure if this is pulling a little bit more gain reduction. I should try and put the glue in there. It actually does this printed readout that you can do, and then I could try and see how close I could get with the Bombardier. But I really feel like this is pulling more gain reduction. Let me just move the threshold a tiny bit. So I've matched. Everything's pretty much matched the threshold and stuff. So let me try moving that. Nah, there's some kind of timing thing. I mean, that's pretty close. So listen to what Bombardier sounds like. Yeah, I keep messing with the RMS value. It seems like the most null I can get is right here, but who knows? Is it the threshold? Is it the thing about Plugin Doctor is they could it could have made these kind of things where you're only changing one variable a lot easier to tell, but it's so hard to use to match it up. But hopefully the developer will get back with me, because I asked, can we get the curves like the other one has? But I mean, listen to how close that is. This is crazy. I mean, if you're after that effect, and this is kind of the thing you used to, especially when I didn't hear subtly at all, I would just crank down the threshold on the SSL back in the day, and you would hear this on the kick. And Bombardier does that easily. And look at the null, man. This is crazy. Like 30-something decibels down there. And I bet it could come closer. Ooh, and while Scott's here, man, I wish I had the VST. This is the VST3 version. So I don't know how you can... I don't think you can direct entry on the VST3. And when I right-click it, it doesn't do what it does on VST2. But listen to that. So let's see. What was the other one that got really, really close? So this Hornet doesn't come anywhere near it. Listen to this. I can't get it to... Doesn't sound like it, right? Anyway. What was the other? Oh, Disto. So this is goofy. Okay, hold on. Let me try that. So here, I'm going to shift click it. So shift click finds tune, but how do you you used to be able to direct entry. Yeah, control click is fine tuning, but it's still not like if I try and double click on it or right click so that it shows the numbers, I can't get the so I was just using the VST2 version. But oh yeah, here, check this out. So technically I think the SSL is a feedback compressor, but listen to how much less it nulls on feed forward. So I mean, this is ain't gonna be the difference between a hit and a dud on an album if you're... I mean, listen, Bombardier's doing exactly what you expect it's gonna do. Yeah, double clicking on the box, just it doesn't work. Not with the modifier or anything. It's something weird with the VST3, and it's not just your plugins, Scott. It's a lot of them lost their ability to direct entry and stuff on VST3. It's really weird. What was the other one? So Compassion. I was trying to get Compassion to do it. And I couldn't manage to get the it's just a splat. I kept trying. There's a lot of parameters, so who knows? But as I would get closer, I keep. I mean, it's so close, but It's kind of a different sound. It's not like how close Bombardier gets. But if you want crunchy, I think this is a little bit crunchier. But this is kind of crazy to me. And there's a way longer attack on disto, regardless of what the setting is. It has a mellower ramp to it. But check this out. So and you can hear how it's not nulling that far, but listen to the sound of disto, the one they say not to use on your master compressor instead of the glue. Yeah, that compassion is pretty cool, but listen to what disto's doing, man. I mean, it's giving you that thing on the kick, that juk, 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 but at the same time, it's making the snare like angry and explosive. Yeah, I had to slow down disto by a lot in order to make it have the same type of curve as the glue was having at 30 milliseconds. Oh, weird, because I mean, maybe that's the actual time, but it's not, it doesn't make the same type of curve at all. In fact, the funny thing is how much the release changes the output volume on here, but this was about right here. I'll turn this down real low. Yeah, and see, because this damn thing is just like a distressor and doesn't have a threshold control, it's hard to do apples to apples. But listen to that as a bus compressor. To me, that sounds pretty good on disto. I don't know. I mean, if you had to use this for everything, I think you could. Bombardier doesn't have a high pass control per se, but it has these different detector modes. So I think that's what that does. So if I put it in flat, it's still going to sound. Right? But this one nulls the most. The firm control nulls more than anything else. Yeah, man, if they make a zero latency version of disto, that would be awesome. Did the old version of disto, was it latent? Hold on, let me see. What's the name? SK Note. So which is the old one? Is it disto or disto S? Uh-oh. Okay, so here's the old version of disto. Let's see. No, that one's even more latent. Damn it. Yeah. Yeah, what is that? What does Channel 5 do? Is that the API one or whatever? Oh yeah, so here check out FabFilter. So again, the levels are different. See, clean gets the closest. But depending on who, like, if I were doing like a Sissy Punk album or something, let's listen to this. You'd lower the threshold some, but it gives the that snare exploding off of the head stick knockback thing. And this is like an exaggerated kind of sound. Like if it's really, I don't know. To me, this sounds like the way that SSL one does. But if I go to null these, it doesn't null as much as the clean. But I like it. And who knows? you see how much gain reduction this is pulling compared to the glue saying 4 decibels, but then again, that one's a VU meter, so maybe it's not fast enough and you just can't tell. So it's hard to tell exactly what it is, but I like this. Everything on I'm sorry, man, it sucks because this compressor costs so much, but oh, it does everything so good. See that curve? Yeah, it drives me nuts. That's like it's got the blow by like the LA2As used to have. This is how the Melda comp does too. Look at that knee. But this sounds good to me. There's a little bit of that separated attack that Dan Worrell was talking about on Recomp if you listen to this one. Blow by, I mean, there's this thing on some of the older compressors, like they would compress. The ratio would get stiffer and stiffer, and then at some point in level, it would stop turning down. It would actually start going back up a lot, and depending on where you were in the curve when you're calibrating the things or when you're running test tones and stuff, you'd actually get it back louder than you put it in, and you're like, or way louder than you expect. And you're thinking, oh man, what did I put wrong? I must have wired something wrong in this place, or I turned up something over here that I didn't mean to, and it was just the blow by of the compressor. Like it's like a second curve. Like I don't know how to explain. Like here's your knee, and then it'll come way back up here. Like the compressor stopped being able to do anything. It just let the whole thing through. Yeah. But I think if you look at the Opto one, it has that. It kind of exaggerates extra loud stuff, which I think people ended up liking some of these things for. But listen to that, man. That's like some EDM dream right there. But then again, here's free Melda compressor. Seems if I make the attack a little bit longer on Melda. That's so subtle. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Here, which one is the API one? Is that channel 5? Well, ain't that special? Yeah, that ain't gonna know. Could just be the samples. But man, listen to how close you get with Bombardier. Absolutely nuts. And listen how cool disto sounds. I really, really like what disto's doing, man, because it's still keeping the thing angry. I don't know about these things, but yeah, see, it just gets insane fast. All right, but anyway, that's what I was trying to show us, that just how close these things will get. I mean, wait, hold on. Well, let's just see. Who knows? If you look at Recomp and Plugin Doctor, there's some funny things you'll see, though. Look at that. Okay. So Recomp is nulling pretty far. Oh man, why do I listen to people? All right, honestly, that's where we're nulling to. Oh man, why do I even go and fight myself and second guess? Listen to this. You know, I almost want to say that I found my new compressor and it's Recomp. I guess in different, I don't know what. He's having so much trouble with that attack, but maybe I just got the worst ears in the universe, but if I'm going to kill myself for the last 2 weeks to go check out another compressor and oh man, Recomp sounds all right. Oh man. I don't know if I have the replugs on this one. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see. So here's the glue over here. Let's see what I get. RMS size 0. Let's try a little. Yeah, you see, I think that's what he's talking. This weird square thing that Reaper does with the attack. Oh, let me turn off the classic attack. Okay. Yeah, I have a gate. There's a gate popping through. Damn it. Oh yeah, there's a drum lesson going on. But see, I think, look at this. I swear that release looks different, doesn't it? Let's go to auto release. No, nothing. Classic attack. Yeah. See, classic attack makes that punch. So, and, you know, I'm not sure how updated replugs are compared to the other thing, but look at this. I swear that the glue is pulling more. Here, let's look at these. So you see the difference? There's no knee at all. Look at that. So it's ending up at about the same place. So let me try that again. Let's move some knee into here. Look at that. Look how the knee affects the level. So, you know, I'm gonna put it at the let's just see what happens here. I think it's 10.8. Check. Yeah, minus 10.8. And see if I change the knee. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. So let me go down a little bit on this knee here. Oh, maybe not. So it might be too mellow. And see, I mean, it really is a little bit harder. But I swear it's at a different spot. See, this really doesn't get going until right where it says it does. Whereas this one, okay, so I'm gonna, wow, that's very interesting. Okay, pull Reaper back up. See, now here in that separated, I hate to say it, and probably just such a noob because I'm not hearing such a super huge drastic difference. But really, once you go and match these things up, I'm really, really struggling to hear something so different with recomp and the glue. What I really like is these kind of meters that tell you what's going on. This is just so cool, you know. But you're like, watch. I'm gonna play some audio. Now that is handy. I mean, to me it is anyway. But holy crap! Like, okay, am I totally on crack here? If I were to ABX test this recomp versus the glue, are people really gonna? Is that one of those things where you're willing to bet your house on one side versus $5,000 on the other that you're gonna be able to pick it out every single time? I don't know. Maybe I'm just a horrible person with no ears, but okay. So hopefully, I don't know. Are you really gonna? Would you take that bet? You know, can you ABX them every single time? Recomp versus the glue. I mean, maybe I just suck. I don't know, but let's let me try something. So now let's try them both. Oh man, I'm more confused than I ever was. So is my next new compressor going to be Recomp? I wish Recomp had that visual tool setting thing that just, shows all that really cool stuff. But man, honestly, I'm kind of in shock right now because I don't know, Recomp sounds pretty. Back in the day when I used to have to do this stuff all the time, I didn't have a problem with it either. So who knows?